Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we read your emails and play your voicemails and read your reviews if we have any. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Wow.
All right. I decided to open our emails.
We got some reviews.
Oh, we do? Read it.
It's from Kel M. Says, love it. Makes me laugh during my long days of work. So glad I gave it a try. Keep it up, girl boss, yes, queens. All one word, girl boss, yes, queen. This is from Chasey Trapman. This has been my jam way before COVID. Don't sleep on it. P.S. After months of overhearing me bumping the ladies of web crawlers from the other room, recently married, wifey from the doorway casually remarks that she'd been referring to web crawlers as what could easily be described as the sound of an all-girl slumber party, and that she was just glad that at least my new girlfriends were my age. Wifey approved. I love that he listens to it. She's like, who are you listening to? Like,
Yeah, what are you doing?
You've got some from other countries. You've got one.
Oh my gosh, read them.
Those don't show up on apples.
You've got a review from India.
Ooh.
This is from Prasanna2696.
Nice.
Great podcast. This has been my go-to sleep podcast for the last 3 months. Topics are interesting and research is surprisingly deep and accurate. Chemistry is great between you guys and your voices are very soothing.
Yes.
Keep going, girls.
Wow, I love
now
that
you
one.
also have a couple of them from Canada.
Okay.
One is Yes, I Like It. This is from Kiki94Me. Greetings from Prince Edward Island, pals.
Wow.
You guys, Prince Edward Island is Anne of Green Gables land.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
So this is she lives in beauty. Thrilled to have stumbled upon this podcast. It's exactly like eavesdropping on dozens of conversations I want to have, but without me actually needing to expend energy to have them. Excellent. A win across the board. Kind of wish I stopped listening to them alone, but I know I won't.
Like she's probably scared when she listens alone, but she's going to keep listening alone.
Oh, because we're
regardless.
so
That's
creepy.
Yeah, 'cause we're really spooky.
And then It's Unicorn Girl says, Maria is my Shiro. La, la, la. And that's from Canada, too.
Here's an email. This is from Natalie. It says, hello, ladies. First off, I just have to flex that I'm a longtime listener, like OG, when you guys had only like 3 episodes out. And I remember thinking this is the best podcast that's ever been made and it's going to blow up.
Wow.
We're still waiting. So yeah, you could say I'm a web crawlers elitist because I definitely found you guys before you were cool. Thank you, Natalie.
That's cool.
Anyways, I ran across this story, but this article is so very long and I'm lazy as fuck, so I don't actually want to read it. We won't either on air, but maybe we'll do an episode. I want you guys to explain it to me, and also it would be so much more interesting that way. It's about this chick, Lim Ji-hyun, who escaped North Korea and became a social media influencer in South Korea, and then she went missing. I think that North Korea may have kidnapped her. I don't know. I only skimmed. All of it seems right up your alley. Please do an episode. Thank you so much, ladies. Love, Natalie. So it's this Marie Claire article on Lim Ji-hyun. So yeah, we should do an episode on
Yeah,
this.
I skimmed through it. I want to read the whole thing because it is really long. But yeah, it's crazy. It's this social media star who went missing. I think she escaped North Korea. We should definitely do an episode on it. So we'll thank you for the suggestion. It's very interesting.
Wow. Do you want to read this email? I don't know if you have our emails open from Diane about the disappearance of Crystal Rogers.
Oh, that was what I talked about last week. She mentioned the cornbread mafia.
Oh, really? But did we talk about this other thing about Crystal's not the only woman in her family who's disappeared?
Oh, no, I didn't mention that. Yeah, so last week we mentioned Diane's email. She's the one who brought the cornbread mafia to our attention. But she also said Crystal's not the only woman in her family who disappeared. Her paternal aunt, Frida Shireen Ballard, was killed by her husband. She was 19
Crazy.
years old and 7.5 months pregnant at the time. Her husband wanted a divorce, but she refused to give him one. Her car was found submerged in the Ohio River in Clarksville, Indiana, with a large rock pressed down on the gas pedal. Her remains were not found until 3 years later. He had hit her on the head, took her someplace, shot her in the back, lit her remains on fire, and scattered them on the farm where he lived. The slain Ballard's estranged husband, Edsel Barnes, was ultimately tried and convicted for her murder and is serving a life sentence at the Roeder Correctional Complex in LaGrange, Kentucky.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Diane. She also sent pictures of her 2 cats.
They're so cute.
They're very cute. Thank you, Diane. We got a bunch of voicemails.
Yeah, let's play those bitches.
Howdy, web crawlers. This is Johnny DeKalb from Madison. Since
Hi.
you're a crack internet sleuth, I know you've seen the National Geographic article about a new scientific explanation for the deaths of the 9 Russian hikers in the Dyatlov Pass back in 1959.
We did.
You guys did a podcast about. The article also mentions from Wired magazine, this was 2010, and it was called How Cadavers Made Your Car Safer, which is a creepy but fascinating read. It shows a photo of what looks like a crash test dummy that's wearing an all-over-body stocking, strapped into a car seat, but then you look a little closer and you realize it's actually a real dead person. Anyways,
What?
maybe it'd be something to talk about. Love the show. Honk honk!
Wait.
I don't even understand what he's saying.
They would use dead bunnies.
They use dead bunnies for actual crash tests in cars.
What?
That's wild.
If that's the case, then when I die, please donate my body to one of these tests. Gladly.
The driving dead human cadaver. Okay, the driving dead human cadavers still used in car crash testing. Automotive companies have a long history of getting crash data from dead bodies.
Oh my God. I didn't know they did that.
Because it gives more data on what happens to internal organs during a crash.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
I guess
I get it. I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah, if you're dead and you're like, donate my body to science.
Yeah, I would actually, put this on the record.
This is my last will.
When I die, I want my body to be a crash test dummy
Wow.
for the Yaris.
The Yaris.
For a Yaris
The Toyota
or
Yaris?
a PT Cruiser crash testing.
Only the Yaris or the PT Cruiser.
Yeah, that's it though.
All right. It's in the books.
Yeah, I for sure am donating my body to science.
Write it down.
Do whatever you want.
Wow.
I want my body to be in that plasticization.
The museum? Yeah, with it's just the muscles.
Yeah, the dead body exhibits.
The bodies exhibit.
Those are cool as hell.
Yeah, your modeling career will continue.
Yeah, just
for
the
perpetuity.
muscles of my that runner guy that they have, like all the slices stretched out of like
So
his-
sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. My name's Jenny, and I called into one of the first live shows and talked about how my husband and I found bloody footprints and stuff at our hotel in New Orleans. But today I wanted to call about some major synchronicities I've had in my love life. So I thought,
Ooh,
I don't know, maybe you guys can help me figure out what my deal is.
romantic.
I don't know, I have a lot
Sexy.
of issues, I guess. But so first, there's 3 things, and I'll tell them from like least tantalizing to I think most. So first of all, my 2 like most serious relationships in college, both of them had the same birthday, January 24th.
Oh,
So that's kind of weird, right?
that's
Interesting.
interesting.
Okay. Now, my husband and I realized, a couple months into dating, that our moms have the same birthday. The same
Oh.
birthday, May 30th, both of our moms. Like, that's
Wow.
pretty crazy, right?
That is.
Well,
Yeah.
It is.
to make it even crazier, our moms, our maternal grandmothers, also have the same birthday.
What? Okay,
This
this is weird.
That's weird.
This is weird.
It's getting weird.
What are the odds? Like, how bananas is that?
Bananas.
Anyway, like, we discovered this like 8 years ago, and I still freak out about it all the time. I think it's so crazy. So I don't know. What do you think? Like, do I have special powers? Am I just weird?
Yes.
Like, what's going on?
Yes. She's special powers.
So anyway, thank you for the podcast. I love it. I'm approaching my 1-year anniversary of being a listener,
Oh,
and I just can't wait for more and more years of listening to my fave lady. So, la la la. Okay, bye.
ooh, that was lovely. That is
She
crazy.
has a nice speaking voice.
That's crazy. When your moms
That's
and your
crazy.
grandmas
Yeah.
have the same birthday, that's special powers.
Was this her one partner or multiple partners had these synchronicities?
Well, multiple partners.
This is her husband.
Multiple partners had the same birthday, and then her husband's mom, grandmothers, they all have the same birthday.
Yeah.
I can't find the justification for that. That's just so weird.
It is weird. Everything's weird.
It is.
God, isn't that the truth, Melissa?
Everything is weird, right?
Everything's
I can't
weird.
explain it.
Oh, God, I think about it every day.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Kylie. I just want to start this out by saying you all have wonderful voices, and whoever
Thank
thinks
you.
otherwise can just kindly fuck off.
Oh,
Second,
Yes.
I'm getting worried about Jeb. We haven't heard from him in a few
We haven't. It's
mailbag
so true. We
episodes.
haven't.
I'd just like to do a wellness check of where he's at.
We do need to do
Thank you
that.
guys so much for being an amazing podcast. You have made me believe I'm half witch and into believing in ghosts and all these synchronicities. Oh my God. Okay, bye.
bye. Yeah, Jeb,
Guys, we do need to do a wellness check on Jeb.
just give us a call.
Where are you, Jeb? Where are you?
Just be like, I'm okay.
Also, though, speaking of, since our last two things been about synchronicities, you guys all have to watch The Glitch in the Matrix,
Oh, yeah.
a
I
new
watched it.
documentary that's out. Did you think it was crazy or no?
No, I thought it was crazy. I mean, that murder part was nuts.
It brought up a lot of interesting, weird things.
Yeah, no, it was for sure interesting.
I'd love for you guys, all listeners, to watch it so we can kind of like have a discussion on it. Because it was pretty, I have to watch it again, but it was pretty interesting documentary about synchronicities and whether or not we live in like a base level simulation.
We definitely do. Definitely.
Yeah. All right.
do.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. I was just thinking, Craig Cookies, maybe that could be like a Patreon exclusive, you know, where Patreons can get Craig Cookies recipes, or I would even buy that dish. So if you sell it, just let me know.
Wow.
Thanks. La, la, la.
What did she say?
I couldn't hear anything she said.
She was saying maybe Craig's cookies, his pancake cookies that have hit the airwaves. They've really, people have latched on. If they could be maybe a Patreon exclusive to get the recipe, or if she could even buy them. And I'll tell you right now, the recipe's going with him to his grave.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I might be able to talk him into maybe there's some sort of cookie
competition.
Craig's cookies are what if Craig's cookies are available on the web crawler store page?
Wow,
Oh,
that would be amazing.
That's interesting.
I will say
That would be
Craig's
so
cookies are
funny.
some of the best cookies I've ever had.
They're
no joke,
so
ate like
good.
15 cookies in under 2 minutes.
Oh my god, I can't, he's gonna love to hear that. He just bought new materials to make some more.
Wow.
So
I mean, if you want,
I'll talk to him.
You want to put a lips like all proceeds go to Craig. Give you all the profits.
Craig Synchronicity
All right,
Center.
you're interested.
I'll talk to him, see if we can make up some sort of contract.
Great. They're like thin and crispy. They're so good.
But they were also kind of chewy,
Yes,
right? There was like a
that's the thing.
crispiness,
Yes,
but a chewiness.
it's so
That's
good.
the thing. Thin and chewy.
Thin and chewy, crisp and
Crisp
thin
and gooey.
chewy, crisp. Oh my god, that's
Thin
it.
and
Craig's
chewy,
cookies,
crispy gooey.
crisp and cookie.
Crispin Glover. Crispin Glover, thin and crispy. Craig's okay. Next
Craig's
word.
Craig's cookies, crisp and Glover.
Callers. It's Becky from England.
Hello, Becky.
Hello, Melissa. I really hope you said it then, or was that one?
I did say it.
Just a quick thing. So last night you guys did your live show. I tried so hard to stay up. I really did. I got to about 11 p.m. and I just couldn't do it. I would rather not be there much of the next day than be a zombie. So I didn't make it. One day I will, I'm sure. I'm 16 minutes into watching it. I'm already having some weird synchronicity.
Uh-oh.
It's so strange. So me and my boyfriend have been watching the Sherlock Holmes series on Netflix, the one where it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict
And,
Cumberbatch.
I'm like 3 episodes off finishing it, and there's an episode where they go to like a pub in the middle of nowhere, and there's like apparently like a werewolf, and they're sort of investigating it.
And spoiler alert, if you've not watched it or you're going to watch it, but it turns out that they're all being drugged and they're all just like being told these stories and then they're all getting drugged and they're all like seeing what they've been told. So then like this tiny little village gets like a lot of people going there spending money. It's like a big thing for the village. And then we watched that like last night. And then I've got this on. I'm 16 minutes in and Ali's David's just told his ghost story, and then Ali says, "Oh, imagine like a pub like actually spiking everybody's drinks and like telling them there's a ghost, and there's not, and it's just the drugs." And I'm just like,
Oh,
what?
weird.
That's weird.
I swear to God, every idea I
really
have
wish I stayed up now
is
because
a
I would have loved
TV
to try
show.
to get on and tell you guys that last night, but I just have to tell you. Super strange. Also, second thing, Craig. Is his name Craig or is it Craig? Is that the same name or is that a different name? Like, I genuinely don't know. Because in the UK we say Craig and you guys say Craig. And I don't know if it's the same name or if Craig
I
is
think it's the
different
same
to
name with
Craig.
an accent.
Please tell me. I'm scratching my head over this one. And I've nearly asked in the Discord, but I'm kind of embarrassed. Yeah, is it Craig? Is it Craig? Craig. Tomato.
I don't hear a
Let me know.
difference.
Love you guys. Bye.
It's the same name with an accent. Craig
Craig or
and
Craig?
Craig. It's like milk
I
and
say it
milk.
like egg. I say it like
Yeah,
Craig,
Craig,
like
egg.
CR egg.
Yeah, that's how Americans say it. It's like, she's
Craig.
just saying Craig with an English
Craig.
accent.
Craig.
Craig.
I can't hear it.
Craig.
Craig.
Okay, next voicemail.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. Okay, I know a lot of people have been calling about dreams, and this is another question about dreams, like sort of about dreams. Have you ever been like half asleep and you hear voices? Because sometimes I hear them calling my name.
Yes.
Like at this point, I'm thinking, could this be the same sweet sound that calls the young sailors? I think it might be one and the same. I don't know. All I know is I've heard it too many times to ignore it at this point, and I'm starting to think, like, maybe this is something I'm supposed to be. I don't know. I wonder what you guys think. I think ultimately someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, you know? Like the lovers, the dreamers, and me. And you guys too. All right. Have a great day. Bye.
I've had that happen. I've had like more than my name. I've heard like conversations while I'm trying to fall asleep.
Oh,
Wow.
I've heard my name
But like
for
other
sure.
people's conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I don't know if it's your subconscious or if you're like in a state where you're able, like you're in some like weird REM state where you're
Yeah.
able to pick up on like otherworldly stuff or other dimensional stuff, or I don't know. But yeah, I've experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
So is Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is for the web crawlers. This is Emily in Kentucky. I have the ghost dog in my house at home. So I was getting caught up on some episodes. I like to save them and have a good long web crawlers binge sesh.
Ooh,
And
fun.
I also just started taking Vyvanse. Unlike Allie and the girl's brother that called
Watch
in,
out.
sorry, I don't remember your name. It does not make me crazy. It actually really helps me. I've had all the ADD drugs, and that's my favorite so far, but it just kicked in, so that's why I'm rambling. So Vyvanse is not making me crazy. Craig's synchronicities, they are making me insane. Like, I cannot
Maybe that's what it is.
stop noticing them or thinking about them. So I had one a few weeks ago, and it goes back to the theory that I have had before, is that songs follow us. If you think about it, we all hear the same songs over and over again. No matter where you are, same song, or the same, like, it's like a personal playlist that, like, the simulation has assigned you. That's my theory, is that whoever is controlling us, Elon Musk and his weird baby, or Jeff Bezos, or whoever is in charge of the simulation, we all have our own playlist. And I've discussed this with multiple people.
That's interesting.
And it happens to all of them. They hear the same song over and over again, or the same group of songs. So a few weeks ago, I was going to the grocery store, and I had it on satellite radio on 70s on 7 because I'm cool like that. And the song playing was, I don't remember who sings it, the Lido Shuffle. If you have parents that were around in the 70s, you probably know this song. I didn't think anything of it. So I parked my car, got out, walked into the grocery store. Guess what song is playing? It's fucking Lido Shuffle. How often do you hear that song? Then just today,
but did they have satellite radio on in the store?
Last night,
that's fair.
My husband had his radio on the 80s station. I hear the Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters. Get in my car today. I had my car radio tuned to the 80s station. Guess what song is playing?
The Neutron
Dance.
Mm-hmm.
I want all of us to write into the Discord or whatever and talk about what songs you hear over and over again, because I know you do. The other ones I hear repeatedly, I'm not complaining. It's just weird because they are absolute bangers. Purple Rain. And Dolly Parton's Here You Come Again.
Yeah.
Those are my songs.
There's a part 2. Purple Rain.
So sorry I got cut off in my crazed rambling. So my songs to follow me is Purple Rain and Dolly Parton's Here You Come Again. And now that I mentioned them, I will probably hear them today, but that's okay. I don't really care. Allie, I think that your dog might be trying to kill you. Dolly is a maniac. I can just tell, she has just my
Her
dog
eyes are feral.
She has crazy eyes.
Dog face. They get this look on their face, and they're like, it's time to fucking go. It's time to play. It's time to murder our toys, whatever. But I think that Dolly is out for you. And I don't know if Asher would try to save you or participate. They are good boys and girls, but Dolly, you got to watch that one. Also,
I agree.
You guys need to look into creepy stuff happening in the Red River Gorge. It's a really cool area in northeastern Kentucky. It's pretty much like a little mountain range. Natural Bridge National Park is there. If you've ever heard of it. There's all kinds of UFO sightings there. All kinds of strange creatures like humanoids and all kinds of crazy shit. Supposedly there were flesh-eating termites there and all kinds of just weird stuff. It's out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of rock climbers go there, so it totally makes sense. One cool thing you can do there that I actually have done is you can kayak through an abandoned limestone mine. It's really neat. So that's cool. And there's probably some creepy shit in there too, but I didn't see anything. So kind of a letdown. So you guys need to look that up. A lot of weird stuff. My brother and his friends actually had a UFO sighting there. It's a long story. Maybe I'll have him call in or write in and tell you.
Yeah.
But look that up. Bye.
Wow, a lot of information. Red River Gorge. Yeah, flesh-eating termites attack Red River Gorge.
Yeah, it's a scary monsters, super freaks, out-of-this-world experiences, haunted battlefield, haunted boat tour.
Whoa, that's fun.
Red River Gorge Ghoul.
The Gorge Ghoul.
The Gorge Ghoul.
I love a Gorge Ghoul. That's fun.
You guys want to know real quick?
You have a what?
I was going to say, well, it was a side note. It wasn't important. I was
now
just going to tell you I had a ham and cheese croissant for breakfast.
Oh,
That's fun.
I haven't
That's
had
good.
one in a while.
I thought I haven't had one in years. I thought it would just be fun for
that's
everyone to
good.
know that.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
I postmated it.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. Hi, guys. I'm Kiara. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm driving. But I was listening to
Women can't drive.
episode, I don't know, a week ago or so, and you were talking about guardian angels, and I thought I would tell you about some of my interesting experiences. Not
Finally.
necessarily guardian angel stories, but times where I probably should have died but haven't. First time I was driving on the icy road, and it was very slippery, and I slammed on the brakes, and I went around a corner, and I lost control of my car, and I was about to slide off the cliff into trees, and my car turned, and then I almost hit another car, and my car turned again, and I was fine.
Oh my God.
Wow.
which I just thought was very interesting. And there have also been many times where I've been driving and I'm about to kill someone or kill myself. Sometimes I'll fall asleep while I'm driving and almost hit someone.
No.
And I just think that's the universe telling me that not time to die yet. Anyway, I love your guys' show. Thank you so much. Boing.
Girl, you can't drive when you're sleepy.
I think she needs to go to the neurologist and see if maybe she has narcolepsy.
You
And
might have
then
narcolepsy.
maybe reevaluate whether or not she should have her driver's license.
Or just if you have a long drive after work, pop open a Coca-Cola. You know, that always helped me when I had to have long drives. You just gotta wake up.
Yeah, you gotta wake up.
Well, I'm glad you're not dead.
Or anyone else.
Right.
Hello,
roller
this is
coaster.
for web crawlers, and my name is Allison. Hello,
Me too.
Melissa, Marie, and Allie.
Hi.
I'm calling about sleep paralysis, which I haven't listened to that episode yet. I'm about to. I kind of really just wanted to tell you this weird sleep paralysis story I have from a long time ago before I listen to it, because I just want it to not influence anything I have to say right now. So back in 1996, I was about 16 years old at the time. My sister came into town from college, and her college boyfriend came with her, and it was over Easter weekend. Her boyfriend, David, stayed in my room because I had a twin bed, and I stayed in the bedroom with my sister because she had a double. My curfew was a little bit earlier, like 11. I was already home in bed when my sister got there. She woke me up like, scooch over, God. And we went to sleep. And I remember at one point in the night, I woke up. The room had this like really eerie blue glow. I look over towards the doorway, and there's a guy standing in the doorway.
No.
No,
And he's holding in his left hand this glowing, oh my God, you're going to laugh so hard. He was holding a glowing blue ball. but I mean, it was this actually beautiful orb of light. And inside it were these like really pretty rotating geometrical shapes. Okay. So this guy's like slowly walking towards the bed, and I'm trying to move. Like, I remember all I wanted to do was like rub my eyes and see like if this was really happening or not. And I could not move my legs. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't sit up, and I was starting to panic. And this guy's slowly moving towards me, and I hear this like paper rattling, and I look over, and on my sister's corkboard was this little sheet of paper. It was like a computer printout of a little boy, and he had his arms folded in front of him, like he was laying his head on a desk or something, and all you could see is his little eyes peeking over, and it said, I know I'm somebody.
Cliffhanger.
There's a part 2.
Okay, so it's still Allison. And how rude. The voice
Rude.
machine cut me off. Anywho, so as this guy gets closer, like there's this fluttering piece of paper on the corkboard, and this guy keeps getting closer and closer and closer, and I can't fucking move. And it's freaking me out so bad. And I recognize this guy. He's got this like scraggly, unwashed looking hair about chin shoulder length. He's wearing like a t-shirt with a cardigan and ripped up jeans.
Kurt Cobain.
And it looks like, I'm not kidding, it looked like Kurt Cobain. Now,
Shut up!
I got my theories about that, but we're going to move on for the brevity of the story. So I move. I can't move. And he has a look on his face that's like really serene and peaceful and kind. And I wasn't afraid of him. I was more afraid of the fact that I could not move. And something inside my head just like, you can't fight this. Go back to sleep. Close your eyes. Go back to sleep.
Cardigan, ripped
And that's
jeans,
what I did.
scraggly hair, Kurt Cobain.
I don't know the amount of time that passed, but at some point I wake up and I sit straight up in bed and I'm like, like, oh, fuck. And I look around. There was distinctly wind blowing through the room. But I realized the ceiling fan is not on. I look over. There's no anything remotely like what I saw on the corkboard. And I'm like, oh, shit, that was a dream, right? And then I hear this odd gurgling noise.
Oh, God.
And I look down, and my sister is on her back. And her mouth is a little bit open, and I can see liquid.
What is that?
Inside
No.
her mouth. She and her boyfriend had been to like a bit of a kegger that night, and her mouth is full of liquid. And I just remember going, okay, if I shake her awake, she's gonna like deep inhale and choke. So I have to get her over on her side, and I just slowly moved my hand underneath her shoulder blade and gently tilted her. And yes, the entire room filled with like this stale, awful beer smell. And I ended up staying up next to her, terrified that, if she rolled over back on her back, it would happen again. She was fine. Eventually, I guess I fell asleep as the sun was coming up. The next morning, we had a huge sister moment where she was mad at me because I let her sleep in her own puke. And I was like, whatever, I saved your life. And we got to clean this up for our parents to find out. So that happened.
Oh, is there another?
I think
there's one more.
Okay, so picking back up, I covered for my sister. I would not let my parents know that part of what happened. But I did tell my mother about this thing that really scared me. And I slept on the floor of my parents' bedroom for a couple of days until like mom was like, honey, you're not sleeping well. You need to go back to your bed. And I was like, but mom, this scared me. She's like, it was a waking dream. I mean, she didn't use the word sleep paralysis. She called it a waking dream. She was like, you were in the middle, like you were somewhere between consciousness and unconsciousness. You hallucinated. That's what happened. She's like, think back. Was there anything off that's just not right about the room? And I'm like, yeah, there was that piece of paper on the corkboard. Yeah. I'm like, you're right. So I ended up going back to sleep in my bedroom, and everything was kind of normal until.
Oh, no.
So that was Easter.
Yeah, scary.
This would be like, I guess, September or October. It was fall. It was cold outside. I remember that much. I get home one night from hanging out with my friend. It's the weekend. And mom's up reading a Danielle Steele novel in the living room.
Nice.
I say goodnight. I go back to my bedroom. And guess what is sitting on my dresser?
No.
But that's fucking. I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk computer printout thing. And I grab it. I take it to the living room. I'm like, Mom, what is this? And she goes, oh, I was just cleaning out your sister's bedroom, and I found it in a box of photos. Thought you might like it. And I'm like, I don't. And I threw it away because it terrified me. Now, was that Kurt Cobain? I think, personally, my take is that it was an angel. I think that it was a guardian angel who wanted to protect my sister, who took on a form that I wouldn't be afraid of.
And that was Kurt Cobain.
A hot guy. I could relate to, and I wouldn't be afraid of. It would like get me to wake up and make sure that she didn't die in her sleep. And I mean, had that happened, I couldn't imagine the person I would be today had she died next to me in my sleep, like in her sleep, like that kind of trauma. I have no idea what kind of person I would have become. I don't want to know. Whomever that was, Kurt Cobain or an angel in his form, thank you.
And then that's the end of the voicemail.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I believe it. Maybe it was a guardian angel coming in, like she said, like in a form that. It's funny that it wasn't like a past family member or something like that, but it was a hot dude. But I love that for her.
Kurt Cobain. Wow.
How scary.
That's
wild,
crazy. Wild.
We have one last voicemail. It's a short one.
Buckle up.
Hi, guys. This is for the web crawlers. So I heard everybody else's synchronicities, and I was like, yeah, that's weird, blah, blah, blah. But today I saw the TikTok about the mountain, the people that are feral people in the mountains that, ate that little boy Dennis or whatever. And then I turned on your podcast and you talked about that. And I'm really freaked out now. But anyway, love the podcast. Thanks, guys.
I didn't know they ate a person.
We gotta do an episode on feral people because I don't know what's going on with them.
That's crazy. Yeah, well, I don't know what is
We
up
gotta
with them
figure out
right
what's going
now,
on
but
with-
we got to look into this. Wow. Okay. Well, keep on calling us and emailing us. We love your voicemails so much. And please join our Patreon. Check out our web store because we are having a great sale right now with tons of new merch. Anyways, I am Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
All right, folks, have a good day. Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.